Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first webinar of 2025 for YPC Media. Today, we're going to be going through some business listings and some common myths, and I'm joined today by one of our account managers, Gabby Vincent. She works specifically with a lot of our insurance agents and in the insurance division, but today we're going to be talking about all sorts of businesses. So, Gabby, thanks for joining with me.
Yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah, so today we're going to be, I called it debunking some common business listing myths, but I know we're going to just kind of go through some of the common misconceptions about business listings. And I know a lot of our customers are on the call today. I think we might have a few new faces on here, so we do want to kind of start from the beginning. But if you are a YPC customer, hopefully our marketing team has really educated you all as to what business listings are and why they're so important. But that's where we want to start today, is really understanding what are business listings, what are we talking about here. So I'll get us started, and just a couple housekeeping things. There is a Q&A available to all you attendees out there. So if you have any questions as we're talking through, or some things that you've been thinking of, pop those in the Q&A. If we have time at the end, we'll answer as many questions as we can. If we can't, we do typically answer additional Q&A questions in our Facebook group. I'll have the link for that at the end of today's call as well. It will be in a follow-up email to you. And we are recording today's session, so if you have to hop up early for some lunch or anything like that, it will be available at the latest on Monday for that, but we'll make sure it's up on our YouTube page, so you can follow us there to make sure you get the full recording. So enough of that. Let's get started, Gabby, and get into what are business listings. So at the very start, business listings refer to online entries that display information about your business. This is available on search engines, so that's anywhere on the internet that your business is listed is going to be what a business listing is. So typically what's listed there, it's going to be your business name, it's your address, your phone number, website, all the good stuff that people need to find you. And this is not just Google that we're talking about. This is all those extended listings like Bing, TripAdvisor, Yellow Pages, Amazon, all those random ways that people can find you is where we're talking about as a business listing. So that's really the core of what we're going to be talking about today. So just keep that in mind as we go through some of the myths or misconceptions here. So Gabby, let's get right into the first one here that we're going to debunk.
Let's do it. All righty. Myth number 1. Once I update my listings, I don't need to do it ever again. Several reasons why this is a myth, why this is false. Your business information can and will continue to change. Your business hours, location, even your contact information. If you have incorrect information on these listings, it could possibly lead to confusion from customers or even missed opportunities. Customers could possibly show up when you're closed or to the wrong address. It'll negatively impact their experience, could potentially hurt your reputation. Also, if you have any new products or services, or if you're running any promotions at the time, you want to make sure those are also listed on your business listings as well. Next, updating your listings can increase or improve your SEO value. Search engines do prefer fresh and accurate information across the web. If these listings are not regularly updated, you do run the risk of falling behind in those search rankings. You could reduce your visibility online. So make sure those are consistent, consistency across those directories, active, trustworthy businesses, crucial for local SEO. There are always new places to be listed online. These platforms and business directories are popping up and changing all the time. So as these sites arise, you want to make sure you're listed across all of these relevant platforms. It'll increase your online presence and maintain that accuracy of your business information. Additionally, you want to make sure you are interacting with customer feedback, making sure you answer any reviews that may come through on those platforms. Making sure you respond to them regularly is important. If you're not engaging with those reviews, your business may not appear as customer focused or could also appear inactive. It may deter potential clients. And lastly, updating your listings can give you a competitive advantage. Your competitors are more than likely keeping their listings updated. If you're not maintaining yours, you may lose out to these businesses that actively go in and update their information with that relevant and accurate information.
Definitely. I think you nailed all of these. And I think this is really one of probably the number one questions you get on a daily basis is why can't you set it and forget it? And it's definitely, if you aren't doing this for your business, it's something that you should check for sure. And typically the reason that we talk about it so much is that it is really easy to work with an agency that can do these at large for you and do them in bulk. Otherwise, we're talking about, multiple individual listings that you have to worry about. And let's be honest, as a business owner, you don't have time to be worrying about every which website that pops up. But we'll keep going into more of that. So our next misconception is that SEO is dead and I don't need to worry about my listings at all. This has been a really common question and conversation, I think, amongst a lot of marketers, but also business owners with the rise of AI and, the term GEO, so that generative engine optimization, how AI is going to change things. And people are really starting to question, is SEO just not something I have to worry about now with AI because they're going to take care of all of that for me? And the opposite couldn't be more true. With GEO on the rise, it's going to rely on SEO and listing data to generate the information. So it's really more important than ever to make sure that your information is accurate, because based on any AI that somebody's using, any software that is generating information for potential customers could be pulling from anywhere on the internet. It's not always just going to pull from Google. So business listings are really going to fuel that AI structured data. And each AI system, as more arise, we're going to see pull from different situations. I know a lot of people also look at that for voice search. I don't want to set off anybody's at-home devices if you guys are at home, but Amazon's buddy there, Google's friend that are in your home quite often are all fueled by business listings information. So when you're asking questions about, where's the best restaurant near me or things like that, it's all structured through that business listing information and pulling that data from multiple different channels and looking for accurate and consistent information. The other thing that we typically talk about too is, hey, these smaller pages, like who's looked at the yellow pages, who's looked at, some of these smaller sites that you maybe have never heard of. There are people that are searching them. There's a reason that these pages are alive and running. They are generating traffic. And we do see that any leads that do come from these online directories tend to be warmer leads because they're looking for more niche information. They're further down your funnel at that point, and they tend to come in, warm versus cold leads. Sometimes a lead from Google might be super cold. They had no idea what they were searching when they came across your business. So sometimes these smaller ones do tend to be warmer leads. So definitely SEO is not dead, and we're going to see how it continues to adapt, I think, through this year and then more years to come, just as AI gets more evolved and involved in our day-to-day lives. All right, so let's hop on to myth number 3.
All right, myth number 3, having a business listing is only for physical locations. Well, if you are a service area business, one without a physical storefront, you can and should also have listings. I'm talking landscapers, power washing, or window cleaning companies. These directories do give you an ability to enter in the specific areas that you serve. So making sure to add those in there to further your reach. You can still improve your visibility on these local searches without having an actual address. One very, very important thing to remember, if your home address is listed as your business location, make sure you are going in and hiding that address on your listings. You want to make sure you don't have a customer show up to your house when you're eating dinner or really at all. Making sure to hide that information on there.
Yeah, I would say that's the most important. There's one instance of this that comes to mind, and near my in-laws' home, it must be a food truck business owner, and they have their home listed on Apple Maps. And Apple Maps is actually one of those listings where you can't hide your information. So sometimes it's better to claim your info and hide your business at that point on there, because you're not having people ask for directions to your physical location. but it's their food truck and it's at their home, like 3 doors down from my in-laws. And I see it all the time on my maps. And I always am like, I need to reach out to them and tell them to turn that off. But definitely something that you want to be aware of. But there is an opportunity here for service-based businesses to, still utilize these listings, even if you're not trying to bring customers into a brick and mortar location. All right, let's go on to number 3 here, or 4, sorry. Really important here, I don't need photos on my listings. I know we have a lot of customers that we work with and they really struggle, I think, with how do I add photos to even just their Google page when maybe you're a service business or you don't have a physical product that you're selling individuals. So a couple stats here, listings with photos receive 42% more requests for directions and 35% more on click-throughs to their website. So what this is telling us is that when people are coming across your listings, this is including of Google, but other pages as well, people are going to look for photos. They want to see what your business looks like. They want to see what you have to offer, what they can expect when they get there. But adding clear, high quality photos. So yes, you can get these from your iPhone now, but photos of your storefront, the products, the services, help engagement and show up to date. I think something that we also struggle with too is it's great when you first get started with taking control of your business listings, getting photos up, but this should be something, every few months, that you're adding new photos and making sure that you show your customers what things look like today. Because when you probably started your business, we have people that have been with us for, 10 years or so. When we got those photos up 10 years ago, hopefully the carpets are clean or something a little different now that maybe it looks a little fresher. You've rearranged some furniture, and we want to make sure you have the most accurate information up there. One thing also to note is some listings don't accept photos, and that's okay. It's not built for those, but we do want to add photos to any directory that does accept them. So making sure you have them not just on Google, but if they're on your Bing or additional listings that you manage for your business, you're going to want to take a look at that.
I'm definitely guilty of looking at the Google Photos. I'm an anti-parallel parker. So if I'm going to go there, whether it be a restaurant or a store, I want to make sure the parking situation is adequate for me. So it will not be parallel parking.
No, I totally get that. I'm guilty of putting the pin location down and like getting the street view if I can't find photos. And I also look to make sure the photos match the street view, because I'm always like, wait, is this the right spot? Like I want to know exactly where I'm going and not mess around to make sure I get to where I need to be on time too.
Absolutely. And those Google Photos definitely help with that.
Yes, absolutely. And I think, something else too, I think you probably get a lot is, what do I post photos of if you are service-based? And if you are one of our customers, definitely talk to your account manager about this, because we're talking to, hundreds of businesses a day trying to help them with these things. So like I said, if we have to post multiple and every year you're adding new photos of what the inside looks like, that's totally fine. If you need to take a picture of your parking lot for somebody like Gabby so they know that they have an adequate space for them, that's something that can make or break business. And it seems so minuscule, but it does impact people's choices when they are making a choice about what business to work with. So definitely super, super important. Right. I think we're already on to our last myth here.
Alrighty. Myth number 5, negative reviews will always hurt my business. I know it feels kind of cruddy if you get a negative review in for your business. We're going to tell you a few reasons why here. It's not necessarily a horrible thing. They'll give you opportunity for improvement. So negative reviews can provide you valuable feedback to highlight certain areas where your business may be able to improve. Use this feedback to make those adjustments to better meet those customer expectations. Negative reviews could also build credibility. A business with only positive reviews could appear suspicious, maybe too good to be true. A few of those negative reviews mixed in with the positives can actually show that the reviews that you're receiving are authentic reviews, and customers do like to see that. Opportunity to engage with customers. Making sure you respond to those negative reviews will give you a chance to resolve the issue at hand and demonstrate good customer service. So make sure you acknowledge that issue, offer a solution if necessary. You can also inspire customers this way to trust your business more based on how you respond to those negative reviews that come through. Negative reviews do also reflect a realistic customer experience. Let's face it, no business is perfect. A few negative reviews that come through do reflect the reality of running a business. Customers do understand that. It is oftentimes more about how you handle that review than the review coming through itself. And lastly, negative reviews could actually increase those search engine rankings. So interestingly enough, businesses with a mix of positive and negative reviews do tend to rank better in those search engine results. Making sure you engage with both the positives and negatives could help you improve that online visibility. And we will leave you with a few tips and tricks here on how to handle a negative review that may come through for your business. Make sure you respond quickly, acknowledge that review and the customer, apologize if it's needed, and offer to review the issue or resolve the issue. Stay professional. I know sometimes if the review is unfair, we tend to want to just kind of blow up because we're so mad about it, but make sure you keep those responses calm and professional. And lastly, make sure you offer solutions. If there is a way to solve the issue or fix what's going on, make sure to offer that in that review. It does show potential customers looking at the business trying to decide if they want to work with you, that you do care. You do care about that customer experience. You are willing to offer solutions to any issues that may arise.
Yeah, I think this goes with the theme of there's no bad press or something like that. There's a saying kind of along those lines. Where, it's unrealistic to have a business that has the perfect score of 5 and not one bad review. So it does come off a little disingenuous, but we'll be honest, when we see a bad review come in with YPC media, like the first thing that we want to do is like get rid of that review as quickly as possible. And honestly, the other way to handle that is get more positive ones. Use it as a way to kind of push that negative one down in your ranking by getting more positive ones, because when someone does go through and read those, to see so many positive and then that one negative, it kind of takes that one down a little bit. We did a webinar back in Q4 where we talked about, how many reviews should I be getting and how to get more reviews. I think it was actually just in December. And, studies are showing that you should be getting 10 to 15 reviews every month. And, it is difficult to get all positive reviews when you're asking for that many reviews. But, it's definitely something that does help, the more. And one of the things with staying professional, definitely don't start an online war with, there's no other better name, but like with a Karen or, whatever names there are out there right now. Definitely don't get started with one of those. And I know another thing that people tend to try to do is report that negative review right away, and they want to get it removed from their page. Sometimes that can get you in trouble with Google if you just report every time a not 5-star review comes in. There's definitely the time and place to report reviews when, someone's not your customer or anything like that. But honesty is the best policy here, I think, for sure, when we talk about negative reviews. So
it's going to happen. I mean, you may get a negative review, but it's truly how you respond to that review that shows that reflection of your business.
Definitely. So stay professional, even though we all take it personally when we see one come in on our business. So those are the biggest misconceptions that we wanted to go through today. I know we do have a lot of our YPC customers on here, and I had put in our Facebook group that if anyone was confused about what we do for you, to stay on the call here to get through some of these. So we do want to go through what YPC does to help with business listings and a lot of the program that most of you are on. So we have really 3 different listing management programs here at YPC. If you've been with us a while, you've probably, heard it called a couple of different things. We do have some partners that we utilize for listings management. Our number one partner is Yext, which if you've follow us on socials, you've seen that we're a partner with Yext, but working with an agency does allow you to manage all these listings in bulk. We also typically can do, more updates more swiftly and quickly. But the biggest thing with that is working with a partner like Yext. It allows you to have that match and lock software that they do. So that's grabbing your information, updating it across all of their directories that they are connected to, and making sure that those cannot be updated by customers, competitors, anything like that. So we do lock your data. We manage any duplications on those additional websites. If you've ever dealt with a duplicate listing on Google, you know how painful that can be and time consuming for you as a business owner. So using a software like this is super important. So our most popular program is speed listing. So hopefully you've heard that terminology if you are one of our customers. That is our Yext program where we can get you uploaded to that. If your business does allow videos, we do offer video content with that program. And we do manage all of your updates and management for you. So you've typically probably worked with your account manager to make sure your hours are updated. When they're begging you for photos, we're uploading those there for you too. So those are all things that are in that program. We have recently come out with a Speed Listings Plus. So if you've been a client with ours, definitely ask your account manager about this. We have added additional listings, which we're calling our listing boost, and the most important data aggregators that are out online. These are all different platforms that are powering different search engines and additional locations for you to be outside of that Yext program. So just something new that we've come up with. We do know that there are some of our insurance friends out there that have Yext through maybe their captive agency. So we do have that program on the left there where we can offer you some listing boosts and management as well. So you're not out of the question here. There are ways that we can help make sure that you're getting that competitive advantage. You're getting out on more listings that matter for your industry. So just a little bit about that. I'm going to peek, Gabby, if there's any questions before we go into those. I don't see any coming through quite yet. So Gabby's going to kind of just go through a couple, promos for you all that joined today.
Absolutely. So we want to leave you with a couple of the limited time offers that we are giving to you for the month of January. So if you are a new YPC Media customer, or you may not have a listings management program with us, we are offering our Speed Listings program for $99 a month. Or if you are a current customer, you do have speed listings, but you are looking for that listings boost, like Katie mentioned, for just an additional $40 a month, you can sign up for that Speed Listings Plus program.
Definitely, great offers that we can get you all started on today. We'd be remiss if we didn't have some sort of pitch on a webinar, right? But the last thing that we will leave you all with and give you all a little time back, if there's still no Q&A, is to join our Facebook group. We have, we're almost up to 100 members in that group. Definitely really helpful information. We get you first access to all of our webinars, newsletter information, promos, deals, all those good things. You're also welcome to ask any questions in there. It's a great way to access all of our team members here at YPC. We're all in there. So with that, we'll give everyone a little bit of time back on this Thursday post lunch if you're on the East Coast. But thank you all for joining. Make sure you check out ypc.com/webinars. We do have our February webinar already scheduled, a little social media focus. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you get signed up there. But if not, thank you all for joining, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby.